The Scout automobile, welcome to start. Stay with me till the very last second, because what you are about to hear is not just a story about a car, it is the story of an era taking its final fearless breath. The 2026 Audi R8 V10 is not born to follow the future, it is born to honor the past, while standing proudly in the present, and 20 proudly in 6 Audi R. By in a world where engines are becoming quieter and emotions are slowly being replaced by efficiency charts, Audi does something bold, something emotional, something unforgettable. It brings back the roar. It brings back the soul. It brings back a machine that exists for people who still feel something when they drive. The first moment your eyes land on the 2026 Audi R8 V10, time slows down. The stance alone tells you everything you need to know. Exandas by I guess of inflection sassive, which is bendas down pride and preachio force minty present. Low, wide, aggressive and confident, the R8 looks like it is pressing itself into the road even before moving. This is not soft design. This is not friendly design. This is design with purpose. The front end is sharp and focused, with large air intakes that look like they are inhaling the road ahead. The headlights are narrow and precise, giving the car a cold, determined expression, like a hunter locked onto its target. As you move closer, the details begin to speak louder. The hood lines are tight and controlled, guiding air smoothly across the body. Every crease has a reason. Every curve has intent. This is Audi sport design at its finest. The R8 does not try to impress with unnecessary drama. It impresses with confidence. You don't question whether this car is fast. You already know the answer. From the side, the proportions are pure supercar perfection. The cabin is compact, the front is short, and the engine sits proudly behind the driver, exactly where it belongs. The iconic side blade, now more sculpted for 2026, adds both aggression and functionality. It channels air toward the V10, keeping it cool while enhancing the car's visual drama. The wheels are massive, filling the arches completely, wrapped in ultra-high performance tires that look like they were designed to grip reality itself. Behind them, powerful brakes sit ready, silent but deadly. Walk toward the rear, and the 2026 Audi R8 V10 shows its true attitude. Wide shoulders give it a planted, unstoppable look. The diffuser dominates the lower section, designed to keep the car stable at insane speeds. The exhaust tips sit perfectly centered, bold, and unapologetic, promising a soundtrack that will stay in your memory forever. The taillights stretch across the back with sharp LED signatures, futuristic yet aggressive. This is not a car that disappears into traffic. This is a car that becomes the moment. Open the door, and the world outside fades away. You don't step into a luxury sedan, you step into a cockpit. The seating position is low, tight and purposeful, instantly making you feel connected to the machine. The seats hug your body firmly, designed to keep you locked in place when the laws of physics start to argue. The materials are premium everywhere you touch. And Qadar, fine leather, carbon fiber, brushed aluminum. Everything feels solid, precise and intentional. Nothing is random. Nothing is wasted. The steering wheel feels perfect the moment your hands touch it. Thick, flat-bottomed and inspired by motorsport, it places control at your fingertips. The start button sits right on the wheel, daring you to press it. The drive mode selector is right there as well, letting you change the personality of the car instantly. In front of you, the digital cockpit replaces traditional gauges with a single sharp display. Speed, RPM, navigation, performance data, drive modes, all presented clearly, without distraction. This cabin exists for one reason: driving. Now comes the moment that separates legends from machines. Press the start button. The V10 awakens instantly. Not with a whisper, but with an eruption. The sound is raw, mechanical, and deeply emotional. This is a naturally aspirated V10 in 2026, and that fact alone makes this car special. No turbos, no artificial enhancement, no delay. Just pure combustion, pure sound, pure feeling. The engine sits right behind you, close enough that you feel every pulse, every vibration, every heartbeat of the machine. This V10 is the soul of the Audi R8. It revs freely and eagerly, climbing toward redline with a scream that feels almost rebellious. In today's automotive world, every press of the throttle is immediate, honest, alive. There is no waiting, no hesitation. The engine responds instantly, building power smoothly but aggressively, encouraging you to push harder, rev higher, and feel more. Acceleration is brutal yet controlled. The car launches forward with confidence, thanks to Audi's legendary Quattro all-wheel drive system. 0 to 60 happens in just over 3 seconds, but numbers cannot describe the sensation. Your body is pressed into the seat, the engine screams behind your ears. The world ahead rushes toward you with frightening speed. This is not just fast, this is thrilling. On the road, the 2026 Audi R8 V10 feels sharper, more composed, and more precise than ever. Audi has refined the chassis to deliver incredible performance without sacrificing usability. In comfort mode, the car is surprisingly calm. The suspension absorbs imperfections, the steering feels relaxed, and the car behaves like a well-mannered grand tourer. You could drive it daily if you wanted to. It is civil when you ask it to be. But switch to dynamic mode, and the transformation is instant. The suspension stiffens, the steering tightens, the throttle becomes aggressive, and the exhaust opens fully. The car wakes up. It feels alert, focused, and hungry. Every small input matters. Every movement of the steering wheel is translated directly to the road. This is where the R8 becomes a true supercar. Cornering performance is exceptional. The balance feels almost perfect. The front end bites hard, giving you confidence to push deeper into corners. The rear remains planted and predictable, allowing you to explore the limits without fear. The grip is immense, but more importantly, the feedback is real. You feel the tires working. You feel the road surface. You feel connected. This is not a car that isolates you from the experience. It pulls you into it. The transmission is lightning fast, delivering crisp, aggressive shifts that keep the engine in its sweet spot. Upshifts are instant and satisfying. Downshifts are dramatic, perfectly rev-matched, accompanied by addictive crackles and roars from the exhaust. Every gear change feels mechanical, deliberate, and thrilling. This is driving in its purest form, free from filters and artificial sensations. Audi includes advanced technology, but it never overshadows the driving experience. Driver assistance systems, traction control, and stability systems are finely tuned to support you without killing the excitement. The car respects skilled drivers and rewards confidence. You are always in control. The R8 trusts you. Beyond the performance and design, the 2026 Audi R8 V10 carries deep emotional meaning. This is not just another model year. This is not just another model year. This is a farewell, a final chapter written with passion and pride. Audi understands that the future is electric, but they also understand that legends deserve proper endings. This car exists to celebrate everything that made the R8 iconic: sound, balance, beauty, and soul. Driving the R8 V10 feels emotional. Every startup feels special. Every drive feels important. There is a sense of urgency, a feeling that you must enjoy every second because moments like this are becoming rare. This car does not just take you from one place to another. It creates memories. It turns ordinary roads into unforgettable experiences. This is not a car built for practicality. It is not built for fuel economy charts or silent commutes. It is built for people who love driving, for those who believe that cars should make your heart race, not just move your body. The R8 does not apologize for being loud, fast, or dramatic. It celebrates those qualities proudly. At high speeds, the car feels rock solid. The aerodynamics keep it planted, stable, and confident. Braking performance is brutal and precise, scrubbing speed effortlessly even from extreme velocities. Everything about the car feels engineered with obsession, tested relentlessly, and refined to perfection. This is Audi Sport at its absolute peak. As the drive comes to an end, and the engine settles into a deep, rumbling idle, a strange feeling appears. Satisfaction mixed with sadness. Satisfaction because you have just experienced something extraordinary. Sadness because you know cars like this are disappearing. The 2026 Audi R8 V10 is a reminder of what we are leaving behind and why it mattered so much. This car will not be remembered only for horsepower or acceleration times. Design, it will be remembered for how it made people feel, for the sound that echoed through tunnels and city streets, the way it looked parked under the lights, for the way it made hearts race before the engine even started. The 2026 Audi R8 V10 is not just a supercar, it is a love letter to driving itself. Loud, fast, emotional, unapologetically alive. When history looks back at the end of the internal combustion supercar era, this machine will stand tall as one of the last true legends, because some engines don't just move cars, they move souls.